There are few people in this world so passionate about what they do that they invent an entirely different language just so others can enjoy the fruits of their labor as quickly as possible. This rare breed stands apart from the rest because they stand for something significant.
Raising Cane's is great in the sense that we do things a little bit differently. Yes, we're a restaurant company. Yes, we serve food. Yes, we take care of customers. But the way we operate our business, we go above and beyond what's right for the customers, what's right for the community, and what's right for the people involved in operation.
A lot of people look at our concept and say, well, they just do one thing. But our goal is perfection. Good enough is not good enough at Raising Cane's. We want to be the best.
People just love what we do, and our one love, our chicken fingers. We have a good product, and even our restaurant's crew members, everyone's just we have awesome people.
There's not going to be very many places in life that you're going to go to work to have fun.
Culture's the hardest thing to define. You can measure sales, you can measure operations performance, but culture, it's hard to quantify. And it's that feel you have when you walk into a restaurant.
From the disco balls to the lights, the music, that's what I first heard about.
It's infectious. When you come into a restaurant and everyone's having a good time, the customers want to be there for part of the atmosphere as well.
You're welcomed. Welcome to Cane's. Your interaction with the crew members, I think that's what makes it special.
There was a crew member, he was wiping tables and he was whistling and smiling, having a great time. And I asked him, I said, why are you so happy? He says, I just love working here. They treat us great. It's just a fun place. And his enthusiasm was genuine, it was real.
When you join in the Cane's culture, you're immediately immersed, whether you're gonna be at the restaurant or if you're gonna be at the office. They put you into the restaurant and you train the full crew training. And I think it really builds a strong bond that everyone here from Todd, the CEO, all the way down is all trained, and we all do the exact same thing. And we all have specialized focuses, but I think it speaks a lot that we've all come from the same place.
I was in training. I was in a restaurant, and I had a inside crew member teaching me how to do coleslaw, and she's slapping my hand telling me that I'm not pulling out the big pieces of coleslaw. And if you can get culture like that, people dedicated to making it right for the customer, and I'm being chided because I'm not taking out the big enough pieces of coleslaw, that to me is what culture has gotten through the entire organization about making this perfect box.
We're all about the crew, for one, and our community. So who doesn't want to work for us? We're closed on holidays. We take them to Six Flags on Memorial Day. We take them to Main Event on Christmas holiday.
Some of the guys that I was working with had said, I've been in the restaurant industry for 14 years and I've never had a Valentine's Day with my wife. I've always had to work Valentine's Day. And now, I get to work the morning shift for Valentine's Day and then I get to go home to my wife.
My son knows that for the holidays now, he knows I'm gonna get a stocking. And he knows it's gonna be filled with tons of trinkets that he can fight with his sister over, and they just come to expect it. They enjoy it just as much as I do. And again, it's just a way for them to see that, Mom works for this great company who really appreciates her.
Of course, their intentions extend beyond our front doors and deep into the heart of where they live. They know that being a part of the community means more than serving fingers. It's also extending a hand.
We're partnering with schools and city leaders, sports organizations, local nonprofits.
I think it's really good for your spirit to know that you're actually taking care of other people. It goes beyond just making a profit, it's doing the right thing.
In Moore, Oklahoma, it was one thing to see it on the news, another thing to see it in person, but then another thing to do something about it.
We opened the restaurant. Within 24 hours, we had it up and running, and we gave the food away. And that's when I understood Cane's love.
We helped them start cleaning up and just started taking out meals and just opening our doors for people to just come have a safe place to sit. Air conditioning and clean water, and do you just need to charge your cell phone so that you can make some phone calls?
We're making a difference in our communities, and most restaurant companies can't say that.
But as our fingers continue to reach around the globe, in the coming months, years, and decades, more and more people will ask, what's your secret?
I think that culture is the #1 thing that sets us apart. Because we got great looking buildings, we got great crew, good customer service, they're clean, the food tastes great, but it's the culture that attracts people to Raising Cane's.
When I walk around town and I've got a shirt on, people will stop me in the store, Home Depot or at the grocery store, and they'll say, oh my gosh, I love Raising Cane's.
They just ask the wildest questions. Their kids are always pointing at me saying, oh, look, Mom, she works at Cane's.
It's always been a pride thing. I wear it anywhere I am, and it always starts a conversation. it always goes back to typically a positive experience.
Some of them have very heartfelt stories about Hurricane Katrina and how, we stayed open for them, or, I'm so glad that you're opening so many in Texas because when we moved here, we didn't have that, and now we have a little piece of home with us. And so everyone somehow kind of makes a personal connection with the brand.
I don't really see anywhere else that I could go to get the feeling that I do here and get the recognition and respect.
When you really stop and think about it, there are actually thousands of other key ingredients that go into making the perfect chicken finger meal. They can be found in a drive-thru in Baton Rouge, the front counter in San Antonio, the back kitchen in Minneapolis, a community outreach center in Austin, a disaster relief site near Oklahoma City, and a classroom in Phoenix. In fact, many of them are sitting right beside you. Understanding and embracing the idea of One Love in the present is one thing. Conveying it to others in the future is something even greater. Thanks for sharing the love.